I would say the pace of their play, and then obviously they're just their top end guys. Are so puck dominant and skilled and execute it at such a high speed. Uh, so yeah, that would be it.
Do you see McKinnon at all at a higher level now? The numbers suggest he's on pace for anything more. Has he raised his game from what you've seen at all?
It's hard for me to comment on it just because you don't watch them more over the whole the whole season. So you get ready to play them, you start to focus in a little more. But he's been so good for so long. I think that's that's it. He's got such confidence, and they're leaning on him now, probably even more than ever. I mean, 30 minutes the other night. Um, their top guys are carrying the mail for them in lots of ways, and certainly he's leading the way.
What do you make of how Jones has been handling the workload here over the last couple of months?
I think he's managed it well. Again, we've talked a lot about his experience and such. This guy has played a lot in the league, at different times through his career. So he didn't play much at all, really, in the first. I mean, we're approaching the halfway mark here, but the half of what we've played so far, the first half of it, he didn't play much for either us or the Marlies. So, I think he's happy to just be in a regular rhythm and be going.
You get, excuse me, you get through tonight, Sheldon, before you decide on tomorrow night, goaltending wise, or?
Well, Jones won't play tomorrow, so that would be overdoing it. Even though it's a back-to-back at home and everything, he's played a lot here this week already. So we're gonna need another guy tomorrow, but let's focus on today.
For a guy like Pontus Holmberg, who seems to still be developing, do you think there's another gear there for him? And if there is, where do you think the gear is?
Yeah, I'm not. It's hard to say. I think with the skill set that he has, I think that the next gear for him is to really solidify himself in the league and in the lineup. I think that's the next gear. And in terms of what it looks like beyond that, I think it's hard to say. He hasn't necessarily dominated offensively at the AHL level. So you don't know how much more is there. But with the skill set that he has, I would say beyond solidifying himself in the league, I think it's can he be more versatile up and down the lineup? Can his skill set pair well with some of your top players if you need him to? What does that look like for him? Not that he would ever, I don't think, be the driver of a line offensively or anything like that, but he's skilled enough to make a play and strong enough to play against some of the bigger and stronger and quicker guys in the league, and smart enough to help you defensively. So there's lots of good elements there that you like. That's why it was important for us to get him more involved. I think his first go around this season, from training camp to even his first call up with us, I always felt like he had more to give us, and it was part of it was on him, part of it was on us, just sorting through our lineup and what our bottom six was going to look like. And I think, as you recall, last year we really liked him. We're really excited about him. He played a lot of really good hockey for us. I think now in his second year over here, North America, he should be far more familiar with the schedule, the demands of the league, the pace of the travel, and all these sorts of things that I think are major factors for guys, whether you're a junior or college player coming in or you're a European guy. Like it's a lot, and I felt the second half of last season really wore on him, and I'm hoping and looking for growth in that area this year.
Sure, you're looking for better results in the 5-minute overtime. Just wondering, when you get to the selection of players in that, is that a feel thing at that point of the game, or is there something you may have noticed earlier on that you're?
Well, it's a bit of a feel. It's a bit of a historic thing. Like you're kind of going through it. We've lost a lot of games in the first minute historically with Matthews, Marner, and Riley together. So that's something. And then also, you got Nylander coming next and pairing him with Riley with the second group. Was intriguing and works for us, but it really is a bit of a feel thing. Reinl comes down and like Van Ryn and says he likes McCabe to start, and away we go. Like I said, you're hoping you get through the first bit and you get into your lineup. But it didn't work out the other night. But it's some of it's historic and some of the things you've been through, and then some of it's trying to spread it out a little bit.
What's the
Why do
key?
you think Bertuzzi this year has typically played?
Gotcha.
Why do you think Bertuzzi has typically played his best hockey this year on the line with Tavares and
I just think he pairs really well with John. It's another guy that's really really strong below the dots. Hangs around the net. I think the pace of play matches him really well too. Yet I do feel that Willie is extremely important to that line as well because he's a puck transporter. He can be puck dominant, while those guys can be a lot to handle on the inside and in the offensive zone. So I'd say that's it. At the same time, that's really all that we like. Early in the season, did it not work with Matthews because that's not a good match, or did it not work just because there's a lot more going on as you're trying to get comfortable in the lineup and on a new team in a new city and all these things. So I think as the season goes on here, we're going to have to move Bert around a little bit more just to see, because I think he is a guy that can pair very well with with different people.
We'll find out later today if more Leafs make All-Star Weekend, but we know Austin's in. I'm curious, are there parts of his personality or his skill set that you hope come out when he's away from the day-to-day grind of the season? Or what do you hope comes out?
I hope whatever Austin wants to come out of the experience for Austin is what comes out. I mean, that's it. I mean, Austin does a lot for our team and for our organization, and it's an honor to play in the All-Star game and represent our team, especially in this city. But for anybody that goes there, I don't think it's on us to put anything on him. It's whatever he wants to make of the experience.
Curious if you saw Clifford and the guys coming to Hildeby's aid last night, highlights of that?
I did, yeah. Yeah, it's good to see. Not surprising, given the character of Cliff in particular, but also just what they're building down there. I think it really comes through in those moments. You see your leadership step up in that regard.
Coach, a lot of people talk about Makar, but Devon Toews gives that pairing a really interesting dynamic. From your perspective, what makes those two so difficult to play against when they're together?
Yeah, I think it's this. First of all, the footwork and the speed, the way that they can move together as a pair, offensively and defensively. I think that works really well. And I think Toews has got ability to make his own plays and finish his own plays, but also, from what I see, has great presence of mind to cover and pick his spots well, knowing that Makar is going to be real aggressive. So I think it's, they obviously have a great comfort playing together for a long time and having success together as a pair and as a team. It's certainly a good match, and it's one that puck's hard to come by when those guys are out there. Thank you.
Thanks, Coach.